All right, good morning, or the next day. Plans have changed, again, as they do. Well, not quite, they haven't really changed. So, on my piece of paper, on my napkin, that I wrote out my plan for the week, my plan for today, my plan A, was 9 miles. And then the second, plan B, was 19 miles. But I did 11.2, 14.9, and 14.7, or 14.7 and 14.9. I've got a huge climb first thing this morning up to the pinnacle. And if I were to go to plan B, which is 16 miles, there'd be 2 big climbs, which is manageable. It's fine. It's also going to be hot again today. I could do it. I really could. My head's in the right place, but it's still so early in this trek that I need to continue to be conservative. I want to continue to be as conservative as possible and listen to how I'm feeling, because this is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and I need to look out for me for the long haul and take the steps needed in the beginning to make sure that I can complete what I've set out to do. Any amount of it, whether it be 500 miles, 1,000, or the whole shebang. I need to make it further than I did today, or further than I did the day before, to make it to the day after tomorrow. So I'm gonna get off at 9. There is a shelter there, which that was my original plan, to do a shelter. But I'm gonna get a ride off trail tonight, this afternoon. It's only 9 miles, so I can take it slow, relatively slow. It'll take me a long time to get up this mountain. And I do want to hike tomorrow. I may do a section closer to the Poconos and go Sobo. That section does include Lehigh Gap. Supposedly, if you go Sobo, it's a little easier, but it is supposed to thunderstorm. So depending on what the forecasts look like, I'll determine my direction. If I go north, the climb will be first thing in the morning, or whatever time I start. If I go south, I end the day basically sitting on my butt, going down big boulders. So we'll take a look at the weather, make the plan, and I also have to figure out a ride, how to get to wherever I want to start from tomorrow, and figure out who's going to pick me up. And then I think Monday, because I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off, Monday I'll come back out, and then I could probably do the rest of Pennsylvania within 2 to 3 days, but I'll probably camp out. Who knows? But I've only got, according to Far Out on my Apple phone, I've only got 40 miles left in Pennsylvania because of the sections that I'm skipping. So I have to look at my actual guide and do math and count. And these midges are driving me crazy. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. With that said, I gotta climb. Anyway, I think I'm coming up to Pulpit Rock. So we're gonna try and do this without dropping the phone. I think this is only halfway up to the pinnacle. Maybe this is Pulpit Rock. All the way up there. I don't know. We'll see how far we get with one hand. It's really windy. Alright, nope, 2 hands it is. Like an astronomical society thing back there. Not a bad spot for it. Not at all. Okay, so we climbed the boulders. Now we're coming up Pulpit Rock. There's some kid motorized vehicle up here. How? I bet people have definitely camped up here before. Definitely. It's very rocky, but I'm sure they managed. Oh, it's like a Lion King rock. Wow. Oh, I'm glad today is sunny. And I'm glad I'm in a good mood. This is incredible. Still drop the phone. You can see for miles. I haven't really gotten that good of a direction yet, or else I'd tell you where I came from. But if I had to guess, that ridge is where I'm going. Dropping and then going back up. That would be my guess. Probably it came from somewhere. I see a town all the way down there. I wonder if that's Portland. But if I had to guess, that's where I'm headed, along that ridge. Not sure that I could be completely full of it. Okay, onwards. I made it to the pinnacle, and I definitely think I'm on the ridge that I said I might be on earlier. It's a blue blaze to get here, so I took it. I haven't been taking many blue blazes, but I took this one. People have definitely camped up here before. 100%. I bet they have to come up here for sunrise. So I'm not too far behind from Croker, the guy who was at the shelter last night, because I just passed him. He was leaving the pinnacle as I was coming in, and he's like, yo, did you see that rattlesnake back there? And I was like, no. He's like, yeah, about a mile back. And I didn't mention to him, but I thought I saw him stopped a little while ago, but I couldn't really tell. Like, things look similar from far away out here. So he's like, yeah, I saw a timber rattlesnake. And he showed me a picture of it. It was huge. And he said, because I asked him, I was like, did you hear it or did you just see it? And it's a lot of rocks to get over. He said he was just walking and he was about to put his foot down. He was about to put his foot down and he almost stepped on it. And then he said he just like kind of stood there talking to it like, hello, can you get out of the way? And then it rattled at him and then it moved. So he did me a favor by moving the snake out of the way. Oh my God, he showed me a picture of it. It was thick. It was a big boy. So they're out here. They are out here. And Croker just said it, and I feel the same way. Like, I'm scared to even put one of my headphones in because I need to hear. I need to hear for the rattle. Or any rustling. It's like a giant Karen. Taking a break. About 2 miles from the road. My feet are killing me. I stopped at this campsite right off the trail. Sitting on a rock. A little bit of the view. The trail has been like a gravel type road since I left the Pinnacle. Right now I'm in state game lands. But before that it's like some Hamburg watershed, water furnace, I don't know, something. Hamburg something. So it looks like vehicles can get around. I saw a mountain biker. But yeah, I need to regroup. Get my head in the last 2 miles so I can sit down and rest for the rest of the day. So far the day has been easier than yesterday. Because yesterday at this point I was 2 miles away from going down into Port Clinton. And now I'm 2 miles away. We are starting to descend. I think it's going to be a descent the next 2 miles. I don't know, I didn't check the elevation. Sometimes it's better just not knowing. But it doesn't look bad. It looks a lot better than yesterday. And then I'll sit and I'll wait for probably a few hours for my ride. And then we'll get food. And I gotta figure out how I'm getting back to the trail tomorrow to do a day hike. It's gonna be a long day hike though, and it's gonna be nasty. But I won't have all of this. I will be carrying a much smaller bag, or carrying that bag with a lot less stuff in it. Okay. It's time to get back up. Almost done for the day. And with a mile left, I have to say goodbye to the road and go back to there. Oh, I hope the rocks aren't that bad. Who am I kidding? So, I'm sitting here at the Eckville shelter. This is where I would have stopped tonight. If I wasn't getting off trail. It's a caretaker's house. While I'm waiting for the ride, I'm eating Swedish fish. I'm watching Game of Thrones. The shelter's alright. It's not the best. Not the worst. But they've got like carpet on the bunks for like extra padding. Ouch. That's interesting. There's a summer privy, but the toilet's not flushing, so I'm sure everybody else does. So there's a stone floor. There's a logbook. There's some old maps and things. There's 6 bunks. It's, like I said, it's interesting. Yeah, there's like carpet, which makes it a little nicer than just wooden bunks that I have been sleeping in, but it's musty, smells gross. Yeah, I'm not staying here tonight. I'm going to a bed inside. But there's like a shower in the summer privy when it's set up. Cold water, but it's still a shower. He's got a charging station there, which is nice. There's fresh water at the spigot. And there's tenting a little further down the street from here. Can't tent on the lawn. There's a separate area for tenting. But it's here if you need it, especially if it's raining. Yeah, that's all.